Have you ever been in a grocery aisle just staring at two boxes of basically the same thing, feeling totally lost by what's on the label? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. So today, we're going to flip that feeling from confusion to total confidence. Let's dive into this explainer on decoding food labels, which is brought to you by the amazing Almira Hinton, the RN Health Coach. Okay, let's start with a little mental exercise. Just for a second, picture your pantry or your kitchen cupboards right now. Think about all those boxes, cans, and bags that you know so well just sitting there. I mean, you know the brands, you know what you like, but do you really know what's inside all that packaging? For most of us, if we're being honest, the answer is probably no. It can feel like you're trying to find your way through a jungle of weird ingredients, and it's just so hard to know what you're actually putting in your cart. And here's a number that might just blow your mind. This comes from Sugar Science at UCSF. Get this. A whopping 74% of all packaged foods in the supermarket have added sugar. It's hiding everywhere, in places you would never, ever expect.
So, okay, besides sugar, what else is hiding in our food? Well, the truth is, in the US, there are over 10,000 chemical additives allowed in our food. So let's pull back the curtain and look at a few of the most common ones you'll run into.
I bet you've seen some of these names on ingredient lists, right? Things like artificial colors, sodium nitrate that's in a lot of processed meats, and of course, high fructose corn syrup. They're literally everywhere. Food companies use them to make things look better, taste a certain way, or last longer on the shelf.
So why should we even care about this stuff? Well, according to research from places like Healthline, some of these additives come with real health concerns. For instance, when you heat up sodium nitrite, it can create compounds that are linked to a higher risk of certain cancers. And we know high fructose corn syrup has been tied directly to things like weight gain and diabetes.
All right, I know that can sound a little bit scary, but here is the fantastic news. You actually have a super powerful tool that you can use to make smarter choices. It's time to put the power right back where it belongs, in your hands. And what is that tool? It's your secret weapon, the Nutrition Facts Label. Seriously, this little box is your guide. Learning how to read it is probably the single most important skill for taking back control of what you eat. You know, this whole idea of taking control, of building skills that last a lifetime, that's exactly what our sponsor, Almira Hinton, the RN Health Coach, is all about. Having a health coach can be an incredible guide to have on your side. Okay, let's start with the absolute number one first thing you have to look at on any label, the serving size. Every single number on that label, the calories, the fat, the sugar, it's all based on that one amount. So if the serving size is, say, half a cup, but you know you're going to eat a whole cup, you've got to double everything else. Everything. Now for my absolute favorite shortcut. This is a simple, really powerful rule that you can start using today to make super quick decisions when you're shopping.
The FDA actually made this to make our lives easier. For any nutrient, look at the percent daily value, or percent DV. If it's 5% or less, that's considered low. If it's 20% or more, that's high. It's that simple, right? 5 is low, 20 is high.
So here's how you actually use that rule. You want to aim for a low percent DV, so 5% or less, for the stuff you want to limit, like saturated fat, sodium, and especially those added sugars. And then you do the opposite. You want a high percent DV, 20% or more, for all the good stuff like dietary fiber, vitamins, and minerals.
Let's really put this into practice. From now on, when you look at a label, I want you to think of it like a hunt. You're hunting for the nutritional heroes you want more of and the villains you want less of. So let's start with the number one villain, added sugar. And trust me, it is a master of disguise. According to Sugar Science, there are at least 61, that's right, 61 different names for sugar on our food labels.
And here are just a few of its many, many names. You'll see things like dextrose, barley malt, rice syrup. It doesn't matter what they call it, it all means the same thing. Sugar was added. It's kind of designed to be confusing, but it doesn't have to be anymore.
And that's because thanks to a recent update from the FDA, you don't have to be a detective to find the truth anymore. The new Nutrition Facts Label makes it completely crystal clear. The solution is staring you right in the face. Right underneath total sugars, there is a new line item and it says, includes added sugars. This number tells you exactly how much sugar was dumped in during processing, separate from the natural sugars in something like fruit or milk. This right here, this is your key to spotting the villain.
Okay, now let's talk about our hero, dietary fiber. As wellness dietitian Amanda Beaver says, fiber is so much more than just, a digestive helper. It is an absolute powerhouse for your health.
And the benefits are just huge. I mean, soluble fiber can literally help lower your bad cholesterol. It also slows down digestion, which is great for preventing those crazy blood sugar spikes. And because it keeps you feeling full, it's an amazing tool for managing your weight. The bottom line is, hunting for foods high in fiber is always a huge win.
Whew, okay, we have covered a lot. So let's boil it all down into a super simple, actionable plan that you can use the very next time you go to the grocery store.
Here it is, your 3-step action plan. Number 1, always check the serving size first and be real with yourself about how much you're actually going to eat. 2, use that 5-20 rule to aim low in added sugar and sodium. And 3, flip the rule and hunt for foods that are high in our hero, dietary fiber. That's it. That is the core of reading a label like a pro.
You know, putting all this into practice is a journey, and sometimes you need a guide. So if you're looking for clarity, for some personalized support to get started, I really recommend reaching out to Almira Hinton. You can get a free consultation at thernhealthcoach.com. So, I'm going to leave you with this challenge. Go to your pantry right now and grab something. What's the very first food label you are going to decode with your brand new skills?